27th of June, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Good morning, Phil.
Hi, how you doing?
Baruch Hashem. I just wanted, while we're starting now, to I think everybody else heard about the this sefer, but wanted to show Phil since he wasn't here. It's a very, very nice sefer. I think everybody would really enjoy it. It's called Journey of Faith from Sinai to Eretz Yisrael by my good friend and neighbor for straight from the author, 70 shekel, filled with tons of information and interesting facts about the history of the Jewish people in the Midbar, with charts in the back and timetables. Very, very organized and well done. And I'm gonna, Be'ezus Hashem, I'm gonna get it over to Lou, and anybody wants to see it over there, they can do so. And otherwise, if you want to take a look at it, we'll figure out how to get it over there. Yeah.
If you give a copy to Lou for me, I'll collect it from him.
Okay, great.
And maybe he could pay you and give it to me as a present.
I'd be happy to do that.
Didn't mean it. Yeah, okay. If you pay Rabbi Levitt, please, and I'll pay you when I'll see you when you pick up Ellen.
Right, that's fine.
Okay.
Very good. Okay.
Thank you. So there we are, sight unseen.
Oh, okay. Very good. So we're nearing the end of the parak over here, I see. Even they don't have marked off where we got up to yesterday, but oh, we had a long Rashi, I think. Is that what happened?
Maybe.
We're going to Nafik Mishmartam.
Oh, the light.
Let's see here. Where are we holding over here? Oh boy.
I think we're up to Tanya Idach.
Okay. The second one. Second Tanya Idach, just below the Tosus Dibur Mastil V'Lamed.
No, after that.
Oh, the one after that one. Oh, there's a third one.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a second Tanya. Okay. Tanya Idach Amar Rebbe Divrei Rebbe Yehuda.
Yeah, that's the one I think we're at.
Kayam Asham. If the Asham is still around, right? He gave the Asham before he gave the Karen payment. He gave the Asham to the first Mishmar, and he didn't get around to giving the restitution, the Karen principal payment for the Gezel, until the second Mishmar had its rotation.
September. Is this 111A2?
Yes, Roy, left-hand column, last paragraph.
Yeah, right. Got it. Thanks.
Okay, so Roy, would you like to start?
Oh, right. Tanya Idach was taught in another brisa. Omar Rabbi said, L'divrei Rabbi Yehuda, according to Rabbi Yehuda's opinion, Im came Asham, if the Asham is still extant, still around, V'chaver, Kesef, Etzel, Asham. The money reverts to the place where the Asham is. That is, Jediah must release it to Yehorayev. The Gemora wonders, Peshita Hachi Islay. This is obvious. Why is it precisely what Rabbi Yehuda holds in the first brisa, and what does Rabbi inform us? The Gemara answers. Do I go on? Or,
Yeah, okay, go on, please.
Hacha the May Asakinen. What are we dealing with here? Kagan the Nafin the Nafik Mishmara Som the Haina Udahani. It's a case where the watchers of both these, the men of Uriah, Yariv, and those of the men of Judea concluded, and they finished their duty. Allow Tavo, and neither of them demanded anything from the other. Mahum, Desama, Ahole, Geve, Hadade. You might have said that they have both waived their rights to each other, and accordingly, Yehorayev should keep the Ashim, and Yedaya should keep the money. Ka mashmei lein de amarinan. The Rebbe therefore informs us that we say, B'yoven Dala Tivei, that since even Yedaya did not demand the Asham from Yehariv during its watch, Yehudaru Bereishah, they reverted back to the original rule, according to which Yedaya must release the money to Yehorayev.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, yeah. They revert to the, you don't revert back. Forward.
Okay, so do we have this Rashi here? Kagon de Nofik Mishmartam. It's near the Gosabach.
Kagon, like the Nafik is taught in their watches.
That the Nuffic that went out, it concluded.
Okay. I'm trying to see where that is in the Gemara. That we just did. I don't think it's there.
Yeah, this was the answer that the Gemora is giving to the question when the Gemora says pshita.
It's on 111A2, right-hand column.
Oh, I
The
see.
paragraph says
I see what-
Gemora answers.
Right. Right, it was before we started today.
What's the difference between whether they've completed their watch or not?
Because if we say that they completed their watch and they didn't say anything, then we say that they were mochel the schus to demand the other thing from the other mishmar.
Okay, so now what if they both received one received the asham and Adaya asham, and the Yariv got the money, or the other way around, but both of them were not on the watch, and they didn't say anything to each other.
Yeah, so that case, I don't know. We haven't had that case yet. I mean, that would be a very unusual case. Then that would be the, I guess if the mishmar that was working at that time, was serving at that time, found out about it, which I don't know how they would find out about it, but I would assume like this, that each watch, if they get something and it's not their time to serve, they should have to inform the watch that it is the time to inform, that it is the time to serve, that they are serving at this time, and say, look, somebody gave us an asham. Oh, somebody gave us the Karen of Gezel Ager. That's what I would assume, because otherwise, how's the Kohanim on the watch going to know what was given to somebody to some other watch? They're supposed to be the ones that are getting things. It's their watch, and the Jew that's giving the korban, he may, maybe he made a mistake. He should really give it to the ones that is on the watch. So if both of them did that, then really neither one of them deserve it. They should both give it to the one that's on the present watch.
Where did we say that you could give it to any Kohen? Or was it something else?
No, we didn't. That's the din of no. These things are supposed to be given to the Kohanim on the watch that they're serving. If somebody, for example, right, because here we're talking about things that have to do with the service in the Beis Hamikdash. If you want to talk about truma, or you want to talk about truma that's given to any Kohen any time of the year that a farmer, Jewish farmer, needs to give truma, so he can give it to any Kohen that he wants. It's not dependent upon the Jews. It's not dependent upon the Kohen's serving in the Beis Hamikdash at that time. But if you have a korban and you want to bring your korban now, you go to the Beis Hamikdash and you give it to the Kohanim over there in the Beis Hamikdash that are serving right now.
Right.
And you ask them to be makravit. It's their turn to serve in the Beis Hamikdash, and they're like we see over here that if it's a chatas, for example, so then the Kohanim that are serving on the mishmar at that time, they get some of the meat, So even if it's an ola, we saw that the Kohanim get the hide, so they get that's their schus, because that's their time of rotation of service in the Beis Hamikdash.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I also think that we had a Nuffic Mishmartam before, but this one is definitely the one that we're doing now, because this is before we said Kagon de Nuffic Mishmarto de Yehoyariv Velo Tavu. Just we were talking about the one that the Mishmar of Yehoyariv concluded, and they didn't make any claim on the kesef. Now we're talking about a situation the Kagon the Nafik Mishmartam Dahani Udahani. So in other words, we're talking about that the Asham was given to Mishmar number 1, and the Kesef was given to Mishmar number 2. And Rebbe is saying that according to Rebbe Yehuda, what should happen is that the Kesef that Mishmar number 2 got, they should give it to Yehoyariv, the first watch, because they're the ones that got the Usham. The Gemora asking, what is Rebbe telling us? That's obvious. And the Gemora answers that no, we're talking about a special case. Kigon de Nafik Mishmartam de Hani Udahani. The both the first Kohan, it's already past the time not only for the watch of the first group of Kohanim, but it's also past the time of the group watch. Dahani Udahani. That's what Rashi. That's the first in Rashi over here. Kigon de Nafik Mishmartam Dahani Udahani.
Mm-hmm. And they've done nothing with the asham or with the money.
Right, the asham is still there. It has not yet been brought by the first watch.
Right. So you should give it to whoever's on watch.
So according to Rebbe Yehuda, the second watch should give the kesef to the first watch that has the asham.
Mm-hmm. And then?
And the Gemara said, what is Rebbe saying? We have Rebbe Yehuda on record the same thing. So what is Rebbe saying? He's we already heard this from Rebbe Yehuda himself. Exactly the same thing. Says the Gemara, no, it's not exactly the same thing. Rebbe is talking about a different case. He's talking about a case of Kigon de Nafik Mishmartam Dahani Udahani, which was not the case when Rebbe Yehuda said this din himself. So let's see the Rashi. We'll see more about what's going on with this case, unusual case. Bill.
Yeah, this Kagon, which I think is from before this anyway. The Nafik. I had the place to accept it. Kagon, the Nafik, the Mishmarto. That he gave it to his watch. The Hani in this, and the Hani Lo Tuvu. And there you have. In both of these cases, there was not a claim from the Bnei Yehorav. They didn't claim the money. The Mashmartam during their watch. Lo Yehudev, and the Bnei Yehuda didn't claim the Asham during their watch. Each Tarich, and you need Lashmuin to learn the low time that you shouldn't say time of the reason the Rebbe Yehuda the Tavo that they claimed Bnei Yehuda that we should give it back. Oh, probably the claim. Old Mishmartal Kayem in his war and also in his watch it exists. Here, he didn't claim Machalo B'nei Yisrael Yedei. He's machal on it.
The Rebbe Yehuda is the Tavo B'nei Yehoyariv. Sheyaksir ba'od mishmartam kayemes. Aval heich the lo Tavo, but where demanded, so that would mean that they were mochalit, or they were mochalit to B'nei Yedaya. Let them have the let them have the kesef. They didn't demand it. So we would have thought that since their watch went out and they didn't demand it during their watch, that they were mochel. On that, Rebbe is coming to say that no. I'm reading Kevin de lo Tove, the Hadru Beresha. And here's this is the Kamash Malan that we're learning, and Rashi has a comment on this Kamash Malan. Lou, you want to read Kamash Malan? Kuf Mem Lamed, Kamash Malan.
Okay, let's see where it is.
First word in the line in the Gemora is kansinen. It's a bit lower than that line in the Gemora. And that word is about 22 lines down from the top. Kansinen.
That's Kansinen is in the Rashi or in the Gemora?
The Gemora. That's the first word. If you get over there. So now make a right turn.
I got it.
Right hand turn.
I got it. Kamash Malan.
Yeah.
The Kevan de Bnei Yehuda. I'm sorry. Yedia Nami lo.
Nami lo tavu.
Chibuo le Asham Mishmarasan Yachzor Kesef Eitzel Asham Vayikra Vayak Rivohu B'nei Yehoriv Kishi Chayir Shabbat Mashmaresam. Okay. Since Kamash Malan, therefore we were taught Kavon, since the children of Yadia also were not what is this word? Chivo?
Tavu. They didn't claim. They didn't make a claim that the first watch should give them the usham, so that then they'll be able to now have the usham and the kesef, and they'll take care of it in their watch.
Okay, so since they didn't claim the asham, the mishmarasan, is that what, to use it?
In their mishmar.
Oh, in their mishmar.
During their mishmar, during their term of during their week of service, they also didn't demand it from the first watch. So in other words, what happened is not only did the first watch go out and they didn't make any demand, but the second watch went out and they also made no demand, and so now they're equal. So now what should happen?
Yachzor Kesef Eitzel Asham. The money should revert to I guess whoever has the asham should get the money too.
Right, that's the point.
Vayak rivuhu, what's that word?
And they'll do the they'll offer it. They'll offer the korban,
And they will offer. That is the children of Yehoriv.
right? They're the first watch.
Kishe Yachzir Shabbos Martam. According to accordingly, it will revert to be offered on Shabbos.
So Shabbos over here means the week.
Oh, it will revert to the week of those who made the offering.
When their week of service in the Beis Hamikdash comes around the next time, when it comes back, that's Kishiyachzor Shabbos Mishmartam. When their week of service in the Beis Hamikdash returns, meaning the next time they have to service, which I guess will be another 20 or so weeks in advance, they'll have to take somebody going to have to feed that animal to make sure it doesn't get a mum. It sounds like a very funny.
So they've got to hold on to the asham until they get the money.
He's frozen. Everyone's frozen.
In other words, since both of them passed up the opportunity to demand that the other one give them the second item that they don't have during their term of service, so they can take care of it. That's the idea. They both missed the time to make the demand. So now we have a principle. Rashi says that the Yachzer Kesef Eitzel Asham. So who has to? We want that one mishmar should have not only the asham but also the kesef, because the kesef is what is what allows the asham to be brought and the atonement to be made. If the restitution of the payment of the kesef for the gezel has been received, and so over here, so what do we do? Do we tell the Yehoyariv, you got to Yedaya because they got the kesef, or do we say to Yedaya, no, you got to give the kesef to Yehoyariv because they're the ones who got the asham? So Rashi tells us that Rebbe says that Rebbe Yehuda holds that it should go to the the lashon of the Gemora is lahadru bereisha. It should go to the kesef which it was given afterwards should go to the asham that was received initially. And then they're going to wait until the next time the next time that their week of Mishmar rolls around. and then they'll offer the ushum, having taken the possession of the Karen. That's going to be how it's going to work. But it's possible that that the Chachamim will hold differently over here. It's possible that the Chachamim will say that the ones that are holding the Usham, that's the first Mishmar, they should have to give that Usham over to the ones that are holding the Kesef, the second Mishmar. I'm not. In other words, there's a sport to say it that the Kesef should be given to the ones that have the Usham, and there's a sport to say that the Usham should be given to the ones that got the Kesef. This is what we said before, according to the Chachamim and Rebbe Yehuda. Okay. Now we got Shahamevi Gezeloi Ad Shaloi Hevi Ashamoy. This is a quote from the Mishnah. It's contained within the two dots on each side. On the second line, the second middle line of the Gemora over here. The narrow line's finished, and now we got these 5 middle lines, and then we got 6 wide lines. So this is the second of the middle lines. Shamevi Gezelo Achlo Hevi Ashamo. And we call upon Alan to start the reading.
111A2, right-hand column, second to the last paragraph.
The Mishnah stated, right?
Yes.
Okay. The Mishnah stated, Shahame V Gedelo Lo Ad Shalo Hevi Shemo V'chi, for the one who brings his robbery to the temple and makes restitution before bringing his ashram offering, etc., has discharged his obligation, but one who brings his ashram offering before bringing his robbery, his obligation. The Gemara seeks the biblical source for this ruling. Manahane Milay, from where is this matter derived? Omar Rava said, more Korah, for the verse states, Shem Hamu Shov, Lay La Kohen, Milavad El, Kippur Rim Asher, your the guilt payment that is returned to is for Hashem, for the Kohen aside from the realm of atonement from which he must provide him atonement. Mitwol the Chesef Berei Oshor. This implies that the money is returned first.
The money is returned first.
So the bottom note says, Rava would seem to mean that the expression, aside from the ram of atonement, implies that payment of the money precedes the offering of the ram. To see further.
Uh-huh. Levitt El HaKippurim Asher Yikaper Bo Machlal the Kesef Bereisha. Uh-huh. In other words, the pasuk first talked about it. Oh, see, this is the confusing part over here about this pasuk. When the pasuk talks about Asham, it's not talking about the Korban Asham. Remember this? It's talking about the Karen, the money payment. And the money payment is called an Asham over here. And how do we know that? Because after having mentioned about the Asham, the pasuk says, and this is what we said is the halacha milvad el kippurim asher yechapebo, and that's what he's got to bring aside from the ram of atonement that he's going to achieve his atonement with. So we see, that's the korban asham over there. The El Kippurim. There's only one korban over here, and it's the El Kippurim. And then we call it an asham. But here the pasuk calls the Karen, the monetary payment, the restitution payment, it calls it the asham. And it talks about that having that being given over to the Kohen first. And then it mentions about the El Kippurim, which is the Korban. So therefore, the Rava says, you see from the pasuk, Machlal, the Kesef Bereisha, you see that the proper thing to do in the Seder of giving to the Kohanim is that the Kesef has got to be given to them first, and then you give the Korban. Okay, we got a 5-word Rashi over here. The Dibra Maskil is much longer actually than the words of Rashi themselves.
Asham Moshe, the Asham that's returned, the Shem, the Kohen, only the Ayal Kuperim, that was shown for him. Koloma lo Korav Ha'ayel Adayin, that he, for instance, that he has not offered up this ram yet.
He has not yet brought the korban yet, the El Kippurim. Right. Okay. Right. So that's what it says in the Mishnah. It says in the Mishnah that if he brought the gezel before bringing the asham, he's yotze. But if he does it the other way around, he brings the asham before he brings the payment for the gezel, he's not yotze. And the Gemora asked, Mehani Mili, where do we know that this is the right order? So Rebbe says we have the pasuk. The pasuk says this is the way we learn the pasuk. It first mentions the asham, which is the Karen, and then it mentions the El Kippurim after that at the end of the pasuk. So we see that that implies that that there's an order to how it is that it's supposed to be given. You see how it's supposed to be given by the way that the Torah tells us about the two things that has to be given. Okay. Very good.
Okay.
And now we go on to Amar Hahu Meirabanan, the Rava.
It's too late.
Oh, okay. 12:30.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Very good. All the best. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you. Be well, everyone. Bye.
Okay, I'm going to try to get 2 copies and bring them over.
Will it be today or another time?
You can add me to the list.
I'm gonna ask my neighbor if he's got some more copies he can give me.
Yeah, add me to the list.
I leave here about 3:30, 3:40.
Okay,
So
okay,
if you're after that, you can, it's 1/2 flight down. You probably remember because you've been here before. The door says Frickus on it. You can leave it
Right.
in front of the door. We've never
Oh.
going over there.
Oh, wow. Canine horror.
It's off the street and it's restricted, so.
Oh, you mean to go into where the into the Chatzer over there?
Well, it's
Go
just
down the steps.
if you go down the steps and it's just a path that runs in front of my door.
Oh, that's where the sukkah was.
No, not where the sukkah was. Actually, you know what? It would be better if you put it down there where the sukkah was.
Okay.
Then it's really out of the way. You can put it on the stairway that goes up. You go down a stairway, you'll see the pool is filling up on your left, and you go across the courtyard. There's a stairway. You can put it on that stairway.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, that'll be very safe.
Lou, I'll see you at 4.
There's Hashem. So 3. We got 3 copies to give. Okay, very good.
Lou, see you at 4?
See you at 4, yes.
Okay, Baruch Hashem.
Okay, see you at 4 as well. If you have the copy, if you don't, you don't.
Are you gonna come? Well, I should call you. I'll tell you what, Roy, I'll call you if I have the copies by then.
All right.
If the rabbi comes after I leave, I obviously won't have the copies.
Right. Okay.
Okay, I gotta call
There's
Rabbi
always tomorrow
Arrhenius.
as well. Right.
Okay,
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
bye.